Adventures.
Greetings all, it's Chuke here from Chuke's Outdoor Adventures. Well, I don't know if it's just me, but I keep getting these reports of bear attacks worldwide, and it's kind of blowing my mind. I don't see how these people deal with this, because in some countries they can't even own a firearm, or if they can, it's almost impossible. They have to jump through a lot of hoops. But somebody did mention on one of these videos that Japan is actually seeing an influx of bear attacks, and they're having trouble with it because it's a mostly unarmed population. If you have any information about that, please share here. But I did get a message from Michael. Says, "Hey Chuke, I am a veterinarian. I'm writing to you from Italy, of all places." I visited there once. I told him, "I don't know if you know, but in 2023, near my house, a bear attacked and killed a boy who was running in the woods called Andre Pappy. Unfortunately, they released bears and wolves against the will of the people, and now we're in a situation where we are afraid to go for a walk in the woods. Since then, I always follow your videos on YouTube and bought a Ruger Red Hawk 357 Magnum 8-shot to learn how to shoot, and recently a Ruger Alaskan 480. So with the Ruger Alaskan 480, he had the exact same problem I did. Now, the Ruger Alaskan 480 on paper is a perfect revolver because it's got barely more felt recoil than a 44 Magnum and way more power. So it just made a lot of sense. However, I got rid of mine because the brass would expand in the cylinders, and I couldn't, it was very difficult. I couldn't just pop it out. I'd have to sit there and hammer the brass out. And it was a problem. A lot of people suggested polishing the inside and everything. And it just kept doing it. So if I'm not able to reload quickly, unfortunately, I had to get rid of that one. But the 44 Magnum version and some of the other versions don't have that problem. I'll show you my 454. That never had that problem. So really fascinating. But shout out to Michael. I did want to talk about this issue in China, of all places. So we have two recent bear attacks in China. Apparently it's warming up there, and it's almost springtime, and bears are starting to wake up, just like here. So this was on the China Daily just the other day. Public caution released after black bear attack. Authorities have warned about an increased risk of wildlife attack after a black bear injured two rangers in Wenqing Country, Jilin Province. In the announcement on its WeChat account on Friday, the Management Bureau of this Northeast China Tiger and Leopard National Park urged local communities to avoid unnecessary entry into the park's core protection area. The Bureau said conservation efforts have led to growing population of tigers, leopards, and bears, increasing the likelihood of human-wildlife encounters. On March 10th, Fan Huzong, a ranger from the La Drena Protection Station, was attacked by a black bear during a routine mountain patrol. He was walking ahead of his team when the bear emerged from behind a tree and lunged at him. Fan sustained several injuries, including deep lacerations to his head and a serious injury to his left eye. He also received penetrating wounds to both hands and injuries to his back and arms. So it really savaged him. Dong Shubin, another patrol team member, rushed to Fan's aid and fought off the bear with a wooden stick. Now, these people did not have firearms. It's really too bad, because that's a really dangerous situation. In a separate incident on March 11th, a black bear weighing approximately 150 kilograms broke into a villager's home in Gars, Sichuan province, in search of food. It says the black bear is a second-class nationally protected animal in China. Police have reminded residents to avoid provoking or frightening bears, to refrain from using illegal hunting methods such as traps and metal cages. Now, I'm a little confused if anybody can clear this up for me. So they're calling them black bears. In some of the videos, I've seen those really wacky-looking Asian black bears that have that flat shape, and they always pop up and puff themselves up, make themselves look bigger. Really kind of a silly looking bear. I don't know if that's what they're talking about, or if it's a standard black bear. I know Russia has more black bears than we do here in Alaska and Canada. They have tens and tens of thousands of black bears. So I'm just wondering if that's what it was, or if it was that kind of weird looking Asian black bear. But anyways, it's sad if you live in a country where you're not easily able to arm yourself when you've got predators like that are just attacking people. Now, New York Prepper mentioned once to me recently that, think about it, a 150-pound black bear can still tear you apart. I mean, think about a pit bull that's 80 pounds, one of those big muscular American pit bulls. I mean, that animal can kill you. They can do a lot of damage. A black bear is just that much more powerful, and he's got claws on the end of his paws that he's going to be ripping at you with. So I don't suggest going into the woods unarmed. Bear spray is good, but not as good as a firearm, and many times bear spray has failed, as we've seen in these reports. So kind of a gold standard for me would be a big bore revolver. Now, this is the Ruger Toklat 454 Casull, and even Chuck has said this is the perfect Alaskan bear revolver. It's got a 5-inch barrel, just amazing power coming out of these big, I carry hard cast in it, and 6 rounds, and just devastating to even a big brown bear. People have done a lot of damage and have taken out brown bears with these pistols, believe it or not. So that is one thing I suggest. The problem with something like this is you may be lucky to get 1 or 2 shots, and you're not going to be as accurate or get as many shots just because of the recoil, depending on what kind of frame you have. So it's a consideration. That's why the 10mm is very popular here in Alaska. This is the Dan Wesson Razorback, chambered in 10mm. This has not failed on me yet. I carry hard cast in this, 200 grain typically, Buffalo Bore, Underwood, and now double tap. I really like that ammo. But this is, you're going to be able to shoot a lot faster, get things on target. However, it's severely underpowered when you compare it to 44 Magnum or 454 Casull. So I have found kind of a middle ground, which is the 460 Roland. Now, this is on a FNX 45 tactical frame, and it was sent into the 460 Roland shop. They put in all the springs, mag springs, the brake, the barrel, and this gives me almost 44 Magnum power in a semi-auto platform where I can have, you know, 11, 12 rounds in this mag plus 1 in the chamber, and I can shoot them quickly on target and have over 900 foot-pounds of energy, which is pretty amazing for a semi-auto. You're not going to find too many semi-autos with that kind of power. That being said, I always said that a shotgun is one of the best things you can have. Now, the Benelli M4 is what I've been talking about. I don't have that anymore, and we'll talk about why. But this is just a good old Remington shotgun. It is my duck shotgun, but you can take out the chokes and use slugs and something like this. And pumps are pretty solid, and this is going to be better against a bear than a pistol. The problem is when you're out fishing or hiking, this is a lot heavier. People tend to set them down, put them on their shoulder, or you just may not want to hike a lot of miles with something heavy like that. But if you're doing bear guarding stuff, then that's what I suggest. But recently, I got rid of the Benelli M4 12 gauge for the FN Scar because of capacity, 20+1 rounds of hard-hitting 308. You can put, you know, hunting rounds in this, and just the 308 round is devastating. So, and this thing does not fail either. It goes boom every time. So that is what I suggest for firearms. But like I said, a rifle's going to be heavy, and if you're out fishing, but when you're hiking, you're not always going to want to carry a heavy rifle, so you're going to want to have a pistol, and unfortunately it's not as powerful as a rifle, but these have been proven to work. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I will have another video up tomorrow. It's Chuke, your friend in the field.
My name is Chuke. I like to trade my guns just for fun, but now I have none. Oh, look, get shot by a bear, but I don't care. I got a 10mm. Chuke's Outdoor Adventures. Watch you almost die every time.